There's this broadcast I saw on TV with that Peter Obi went to with Rufai Oseni. Oh, Rufai Oseni, I always like him I like him on Arise TV. Himself, Oji, Ayo, Bimbai, and Dr. Abati. I like that clip for that morning show. I don't miss it at all. Even if I'm busy, I'll have to play it again later in the day, especially what's trendy. I don't miss it. Even if I can skip or miss the other ones, you see what's trendy, I have to watch it if I miss it that morning. I really like those clips. I like the way they always do their presentation. And Rufai always speak truth. Always speak truth. I like Rufai, honestly. So this broadcast that Peter Obi went to with Rufai about Kenneth Okonkwo. You see, this Kenneth Okonkwo is something else. In fact, that is why I like Peter Obi. I like Peter Obi, honestly. He said if Kenneth Okonkwo can bring 1% of what he's accusing him of, he will stop campaigning. This is not the first time this man don dey talk this thing. He don dey talk am so many times, even since 2022. He don dey talk am say if anybody fit bring any corrupt case about him or him family, he said he go stop to the campaign. Rufai asked him about 2 or 3 times. He said yes, he assure you he go stop. He said that is why he dey able dey sue Kenneth Okonkwo, so that those things wey Kenneth Okonkwo say he dey hide, those things wey Kenneth Okonkwo dey hide, say he no wan release am, he want make Kenneth Okonkwo release am so that make people see am, say see wetin he do. He say he assure them he go stop campaigning. You understand? That is a man that really knows himself, a man with dignity, with credibility, that really knows himself. This is the kind of man we want in Nigeria as a leader, as a president, to come and put things in the right perspective, in the right way while he is there. And he still insists that 4 years is 4 years. He will not want to serve after that 4 years, because according to the gentleman arrangement or agreement they had, that 4 years for the when is the turn of the south is the turn of the south, when is the turn of the north is the turn of the north. So he still insists on his word. I respect this man so much, so much. I respect him because he, anytime, any day you call him, he will say what he has continuously saying. He does not miss his words. You see? Anyway, come and see comment, see comment. Honestly, come and see comment. I say, God, this man don't disgrace himself. Kenneth Okonkwo has really let himself down in so many ways. I don't know why he has to take through this route. He don't let himself down so many ways with this Atiku Abubakar. And again, I've heard that he's not going to be speaking for Atiku anymore, because Atiku have decided to choose Amishi as his running mate for vice president. See me see wahala. Atiku, they don't win the primaries. Not be who he want choose, he go choose. What stops them from zoning it to the south? If they have zoned it to the south, then there is no way they will not pick a running mate from the north. But they left it open. And now you say anybody that wins the primary, anybody that came out victorious, you will stand by the person. But why is it that this Kenneth Okonkwo is not stand by his words? I never see this kind of man before, honestly. Anyway, let me read some of the comments, then I'll put the clip up there for us to see. Yeah, this one said, I am for Obi Button. Obi Button. Me too, I am for Obi Button. P.O. I am for P.O. Button. Yes, so. Then the second one here say, my leader, Peter Obi, is the difference. Okay, all the people that are contesting now, even the one on seat now, who is more credible to do something is Peter Obi. Who is going to bring the difference to Nigeria is Peter Obi. So why won't I choose Peter Obi? Let it just be free, fair, credible, transparent election. Then we'll pick our leaders. That is democracy. That is just what democracy is all about. The third one here say Okute, yes, so Okute. The other one says Peter Obi for president of Nigeria. Amen and amen. I second that too. Amen. By fire, by force. By fire, by force. The other one here say clear conscience, fear no accusation. I love how Rufai asked this question, and I also love how Peter Obi respond. I said it. I said they love Rufai questions. This man, Rufai, he's just too good. He knows his job, honestly, and he's always speaking truth. He doesn't bend it. He doesn't say it to please you. He just say the truth. That is one thing with Rufai. That is why I always like watching Arise. Anytime he's there, I'm always happy to watch it. But when he's not there, I still watch it, but not as excited that will be when he's around. Him and Ojupe. Oh, I love their presentation. Yeah. The other one here say Rufai Oseni, Peter Obi, and VDM are blessing to Nigeria. Yes, so yes, so yes, so I support this one. Rufai Oseni, Peter Obi, and VDM, they are blessings to Nigeria. Yes, so simple, simple. That's good. Obi and Okonkwo, so gather here, oh, gather here. Obi and Okonkwo, so gather here. The hidden message is very clear. Yes. The other one here says there are levels to integrity, something a lot of Nigeria politicians don't have. Exactly. The way I love Peter Obi, even me too. The way I love Peter Obi and VDM, hey, God have mercy. Oh, I too like them. I like their ways, what they stand for. I just like them, honestly. They have a good heart. They are selfless. They think about the common man. That is why I just like them. VDM and Peter Obi, I like them so much. So much. The other one here said, the only man that challenged his enemy and still asked them to saying any bad allegations about him publicly. Is anything Kenneth Okonkwo have? He should bring it. He wants to see it. That's why he's suing him to court. Because he don't want him to keep it hidden anymore. Bring him out, let the world see. And if you actually bring it, I hands up, I will not campaign anymore. Which politician will be bold enough to say that? Which one? Anyway, I rest my case. I'm just going to put the clip out there so that we can have a look, and have a nice time. Bye.
I'd like to ask you, infighting in your political party. Some people feel disgruntled. One of your lieutenant, Aisha Yusuf, feel disgruntled. Serake Diskin has come out to say that nobody's doing anybody a favor. What's happening in your political party? In fact, there were allegations that came out recently that Kenneth Okonkwo made that made you take him to court for 5 billion as regards monies exchanging hands in your political party. People are saying the NDC is not different from the APC you are castigating, and you are saying you are the ones that will change the order of things for democracy.
Let me assure you that whatever you think is infighting our party is nothing compared of what you see in other parties, and there's no issue. It's an issue when you have an organization. There are times some disagreements or minor issues which we've been talked over, it's been resolved, and everything, and that's it. The issue of taking Kenneth Okonkwo to court wouldn't have been there if only Kenneth stopped at even allegation. But he said he has a lot that he will talk in the future.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that when I said, I'm taking you to court, he said, now that he's been taken to court, that he will now be able to disclose or bring in the open all those things he wanted to keep behind. I think Rufai, as a leader, this is time to scrutinize avail ourselves for scrutiny by the public, so people can hear all the bad things about us, because it is important that our future leaders must be who they say they are, in terms of character, in terms of integrity, in terms of competence, in terms of qualification, in terms of everything. So once he said that, I said, wait a minute, we must go further. So they can help. Because some of the things we're seeing today that the young ones are doing are examples they've learned from our leaders. So this is time to ensure that those who are coming to lead us now must be people of character. Everything. No, don't.
Because he threatened that it's not a good thing.
Not just Kenneth.
So, you want Kenneth to go and expose you. That's why you're taking him to court.
Everything. No, don't.
Because he threatened that it's not a good thing.
Not just Kenneth. Yeah. Everybody should not say those things they know that is bad about me or I did that is wrong, because it's good for the system. It's good for the society. So if you know that when we were in primary school, this man was cheating or didn't go to the primary school, didn't go to secondary school, didn't do, if you know this man had done something criminal somewhere, this is time to bring it up. We must not allow the next set of our leaders to have a record that is doubtful.
Okay. Arabambi, I don't know if you might know.